ロサンゼルスドジャースの山本由伸投手がメジャーの舞台で見せる驚異的な支配力と完璧なピッチングデザインが日米の球界で再び大きな議論を呼んでいます。12年総額3億に戦後100万ドルという投手史上最高額で契約した右腕は防御率に磯路を記録し、一時は45打者連続アウトという不滅の金字塔に迫る圧倒的な投球を見せました。しかしドジャースの名投手コーチであるマーク、プライア氏が彼ほどのコマンドを持つ投手は見たことがないと大絶賛する一方で、米メディアのサイ・ヤング賞の議論では彼が不当に無視されているという驚くべき現実があります。なぜこれほどの成績を残しながらも過小評価されるのか。若手捕手ラッシングとの間で繰り広げられた魔球スプリットと98マイルの高速直球の恐るべきトンネル効果の真実とは何なのでしょうか。ここからはその様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
Pitches of the day.
Ninja Yoshinobu Yamamoto pitched an absolute gem yesterday, perfect into the eighth, and Mookie butchered a ground ball to spoil it. Then the no-hitter was spoiled in the ninth from a bomb. But hell of a game, hell of a pitcher. Ninja, tell us about it.
Well, for one, Will, I don't know what you mean by the no-hitter was spoiled, because that no-hitter is lost on a home run, and we all know they don't count.
Of course.
They can't beat you, and you can't lose a no-hitter because of a solo home run. And I love what Yama did here. Mookie came over in the dugout, was walking by, and he gives him a little swat on the butt because we're teammates. That's life. Well, it's a kind of funky hop, but I just love this for Yamamoto. Mr. Perfection. Dude is obsessed with being perfect. I mean, I caught this during the game, and you can see how many times he is caught on camera studying scouting reports. Like the entire time, this is what he does. He is obsessed with perfection and nearly got it yesterday, which I love. To show you how obsessed he is with perfection, this is him contemplating one throw and long toss yesterday. Just contemplating it, thinking about it, making sure everything is perfect. I talked to Rob Hill coincidentally yesterday before the game. He is the Dodgers VP of minor league pitching. He has worked with Yamamoto and said this about him.
I was so excited. I mean, for a million reasons when we signed him, but one of them was literally that. It was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, we'll get to actually see, you know, behind the curtain as to like how he melds it into traditional development in terms of throwing and stuff. But I think it's like his body is made to perform to throw. He is not trying to like win the weight room or win, you know, whatever, which, you know, some guys need to. That's totally okay. But it's so interesting of how far to the extreme it is. It's like he's chucking long toss almost every day. Like he's throwing weighted implements like 60 yards. Like he's doing all kinds of like different things that like most guys would look at and maybe balk. But I think that there's something to be learned without a doubt.
He is the perfect throwing machine. Just efficient, smart. I love watching a guy pitch because he's a craftsman. What can I say?
Reminds me of Jiro Dreams of Sushi, Ninja.
Interesting take, but I will tell you what I appreciate about it. And that a little bit of that. Because there's an obsession with perfection, and the same thing with Jiro was obsessed with sushi. It's also one reason, like, Japanese culture is really, really awesome at distilling things down to its basic stuff, but also doing it perfectly. Scotch, perfectly. You go there, get a jersey, it will, like here we fall apart in a week. There, it's built to last for generations. Like, what is up with that? What is up with our society, Will? Just chasing the quick buck. Big round of applause, because we know what it's like to chase perfection here at the Pitching Ninja Show. Because of that, give us a follow. Like, we deserve it.
We are the Yoshinobu Yamamoto of pitching talk.
The top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday at number 5. And at number 1, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. For everything yesterday, dude was at the top of his game. These fastballs, cutters, and splitters. He had 7 Ks in 8 1/3 innings, giving up only 1 hit. That 1 hit was a home run. Solo homers don't count. No hitter. To show you how perfectly Yamamoto throws, here's an overlay of a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and a 93-mile-an-hour splitter. And I let this go for a long time to see how identical his mechanics are. And then you see how well they tunnel, and that splitter disappears. Total filth. He lowered his ERA to 2.52 yesterday. And we keep ignoring him like he doesn't exist in the Cy Young race or anything because he's not the shiny 6'7" Miz guy who strikes everybody out and throws 105, or Christopher Sanchez who throws 400 billion scoreless innings. But Yamamoto had 45 consecutive hitters retired, one short of the all-time record. Nobody gives him any credit. Put respect on Yoshinobu Yamamoto's name, like we just did this entire show. Of the day.
Ninja, we're in the middle of the Freeway Series in sunny Southern California. And yesterday, the Dodgers abused the Padres in San Diego, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto had a big hand in it. Ninja, tell us about why Yoshi's such a stud.
So this is Yamamoto up 9 runs in this game, putting in more thought to one pitch than I put into anything in my life. Look at his face as he's running through everything here. What Mark Pryor said that he talked about during this broadcast was that Yamamoto is the best pitcher he has ever seen, throwing strikes that look like balls and balls that look like strikes, which is something Greg Maddux has always said was the key to pitching. Here's Joe Davis talking about it.
Mark Pryor was saying the other day that he thinks Yamamoto attacks both sides of the plate, ball to strike, strike to ball, better than any pitcher he's ever seen. Mark, not a guy to speak with hyperbole, not a guy to shower big-time praise like that, best ever kind of praise. But that's the kind of impact that Yamamoto's done over this last year plus, especially kind of impression that's made on his pitching coach.
Here are a few examples of what he's talking about. You see this painted fastball here. I put a target on it. This is absolutely dotted. Not only is this pitch dotted, but it is perfectly set up. Here's a splitter, the pitch before. You'll see Rushing give him a head nod after he catches this splitter because he knows what pitch is coming next. And Yamamoto knows it too. He was going to tunnel a fastball strike with that splitter that was a ball because as a hitter, you're thinking he's trying to fool you again. And he did fool you with the fastball in that same tunnel. Fantastic sequencing. Then he does kind of a similar thing here with Machado. Just a great sequence making him look terrible. And then this sequence versus Fermin, where he throws 2 sliders perfectly painted. Look at this, back to back. You get him looking out there. He throws a 2-seamer just outside those sliders that just runs back in, and you're like shocked to see this. You freeze. There's an overlay of the sliders, and then an overlay including that 2-seamer. Just fantastic sequencing. It's almost like a sucker punch on that one. And this is what I love about watching Yamamoto pitch. We also talked to Rob Hill, Dodgers VP of pitching, about Yamamoto, and the Dodgers have learned more from watching Yamamoto than he's learned from them.
I was so excited. I mean, for a million reasons when we signed him, but one of them was literally that. It was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, we'll get to actually see behind the curtain as to like how he melds it into traditional development in terms of throwing and stuff. But I think it's like his body is made to perform to throw.
Now onto my top 5 filthiest pitches of the day. At number 5.
今回の映像で分析された山本由伸投手の卓越した技術力と投球術は、まさにメジャーの歴史に根を残すレベルにあることを確信させます。特にドジャースの投手コーチであるマーク・プライア氏が、ボールからストライク、ストライクからボールへの投げ分けが史上最高だと評価した点や、かつての大投手グレッグ、マダックスの領域に達しているという指摘は極めて重要です。山本投手の強みは、単に最速99マイル、約159、3キロ、アト級や93マイルのラクサールスプリットを投げることだけではありません。それらの球種がリリースポイントから打者の手前まで全く同じ軌道を通る、ピッチングトンネルの技術が極限まで洗練されている点にあります。だからこそ、保守ラッシングとの完璧なシーケンス設計により、打者はスプリットを意識させられた後に同じトンネルから来る高速直球に手が出なくなるのです。45打者連続アウトという記録も、この一投一投に対する狂気的なまでの完璧主義と、緻密なスカウティング分析の賜物と言えるでしょう。これほどのコマンド力と配球のインテリジェンスを持った投手は、メジャー全体を見渡しても極めて稀であり、3億に $1500万の契約金が決して過大評価ではなかったことを証明し続けています。皆さんは山本投手が今後さらにメジャーで支配力を高めるためにどのような球種の改良や進化が必要だと思いますか？また、サイ・ヤング賞の獲得に向けての課題は何だと思いますか？ぜひコメント欄で皆さんの見解を教えてください。動画を最後までご覧いただきありがとうございます。山本投手の完璧主義な姿勢やかの今後の活躍について皆さんはどう思われましたか？ぜひコメント欄でご意見をお聞かせください。この動画が参考になった方はぜひ高評価とチャンネル登録をお願いします。それでは次の動画でお会いしましょう。